I really don't like it. The combination of Skarner, Victor, to me, just screams, you have zero mid-game impact. Like, absolutely none. It's such a weak 2v2, and you're playing into Casio Pantheon. Chovy played it for the first time in his competitive career, as we saw very recently. Had a great game on it.
In the Casio, at least, his Blitzcrank, a big one for Duro, and he's just gonna slam it down in the first rotation.
Completely with this draft, I would not hate it here for Hanwha Life. Instead, we match one grab with another. And
I think he's saying Lucian.
Oh man, this is not
That's a good pressure point.
to see, but it's great with the Pike. It kind of saves the Pike for me a little bit here, because now you have a strong 2v2, and even in early skirmishes, there's some extra power. The Victor.
He's level 1, and obviously you're always going to look for the roam. Will get found here, but there is Canyon.
Yeah, Zeka just gonna flash this one and try to get away. The poison is down. They don't have enough damage. It's Delight. Still level 1. Lands the hook. It doesn't matter. We do have a bit of a dive here. Setting up in the top lane, as let's see if Keen can survive with a flash stun into the wall, and that's enough damage for Viper.
And this is the power of the Lucian. And
Zeka no flash.
Oh, Zeka in trouble.
Yeah, this was very confusing, trying to go for that control ward. He is going to have the flash come out here from Canyon, but it might be enough as he's going to taxi out of the Raptors, and Victor with no flash.
Did actually pick it up off his grump, but obviously top side is very mobile.
Zay's going in trying to beat this one, and he will be successful. Now, can they get the kill onto Keen is the question, and with Peanut here at level 5, I think you've got enough damage, but the sustain here for Keen is pretty large, and Zeus is being chunked out, has to run away. It's just going to be Keen versus Peanut, and this is a very long lane down on the bottom side, but eventually going through the wall, and the follow-up comes in from Zeus to clap him down and get the kill. And can deal with the Blitzcrank.
I mean, it's a bit of a trade-off in terms of what you could do with the early game as Delight. Let's see what he can get done here.
Now looking for the hook, but Duro, nice block. And at the end of the day, we're going to have a big trade win.
Really a 50% win rate just below that right now. And I wonder what the performance is going to be against these big, because Canyon's got an angle here potentially.
Because they really don't seem to be aware of the ward. They keep trying to go for these bait setups.
I mean, Duro's just going to flash away from the damage, just make sure as the burst comes in. There's the hook on a Peanut. Do they have the damage, though? Yes, they absolutely do. As Zeus on the flank gets the double knockup. As the burst comes in, the Arcane Storm is out.
Chovy?
As now Chovy, he wants more. He is desperate for something more, but not going to keep them around for long enough. In goes Canyon, but he's taking a bunch of damage. Flashes on in onto Zeka. Down goes Zeus as well. Just chunks the two of them down. As Viper finally going to get the one. Delight also picks up yet another kill. As now looking for Chovy. He's going to get in close and does get the hook down. And they're getting so much more off of the back of this fight for HLE.
And rotates so quickly from lane to lane.
Oh, Ruler. Oh, he doesn't want to use that ult, but he will be forced to at the end of the day. And he could have avoided a decent amount of that damage if he just used it early.
The Light's looking.
The Light's looking for it. The ult comes in and Ruler's just free. Not looking, doesn't barrier, doesn't flash. Meanwhile,
is he out?
Oh, no way. It's so incredible. This gets out with the Rift Herald.
There's no turret.
There's no turret. Delight is just a menace in this game. He's 3-0. He wants a bit more than a redemption. I think is going to stop the play as Delight takes a bunch of damage from the Maiden. But I do feel like if Gen G keep a Phalanx, if they all stay together and keep the Casio and Xayah together, it's not going to be easy for Pike to get these big hooks. And speaking of which, they're going to get the flash immediately out of Viper. And the cleanse. The culling on top of it all. And Peanut's just trying to get in. He's going to steal it away. And he's Skarner. He just laughs his way to the bank and goes all the way away. As yes, they are going to get this hook here on the Zeus. But it's just the one kill here for Gen G as they lose the Drake in the trade.
We'll see if Gen G wants to turn it into more. I think Otacon can be the difference maker. And as I say that,
very close, going to dodge everything. Actually, the laser on top of it is now we got a TP. Zeus very far behind enemy lines. They want to turn onto him as the flash, and the hook is going to miss. As Zeus has to flash out of that one, the re-engage comes out from the horn and the impale over the wall. Canyon straight into the wall himself, but he will not die. Peanut wants the kill, but he's flashing it at 4 people. And there's Peanut. Not the time or the place, but they actually do get the kill.
What?
Funnily enough, I don't even know how he died.
How did Canyon die?
Well, we'll have to take a look at the replay as Canyon died to something.
Chovy?
Yeah, Banana Brush control as well, but the Scuttler actually did go over to Humalife Esports, so they have a lot of vision around this Baron, or rather this Dragon.
Turret's going to go down, it looks like, as well.
Yep.
Peanuts there.
Turret's going to go down. Might just come down to a flip, and it goes over to the Saya of all people. 3-minute knockup comes in from the Ornn, and that's Yorick down. Keen just out of the play, and HLE say, well, we got the pick.
Might be in deep trouble. That could be Nash if he dies.
He's so fucked down the
people.
lane. Oh boy. Well, Chovy, you've cooked some great stuff before, but I'm not sure this is it. As you got a Skarner, you've got a Pyke, everything is missing for some reason, as a big ult does hit too. But eventually, you're just gonna have too much damage on top of you. As I mean, at this point, you're feeling really bad at Gen G if you do lose it. But now they're just gonna send it into the Baron. And the second the Dragon spawns, we'll see if this works out for them, as they're kind of lined up in the bowling alley. As two of them get knocked up by the Ornn, they pull off of the Baron. And now Keen is zoned away from the rest of the team. HLE staying together as a 5-man unit. As you do see a bit of a
behind
flank
them.
coming in from Chovy, but that's a Cassiopeia flank. Not the most dangerous thing I've ever seen, but now trying to get the engage going onto this front line. Zeus is going to be burnt down. There's nobody's there. They were staying together, and then they split up as they were following Keen. Hook goes down onto Keen. And now Peanut's in a really rough spot. He's going to be taken down, and the amount of damage Gen G is being they're just not paying attention to it at all.
It's 1 by 1, as we said earlier. The hook from Duro is the difference again, as Chovy finds the flank, sets up the miasma, and they have enough damage. That's going to be Nash.
Humalife just have to take this concession of getting soul point in exchange. There's no way they can fight this anymore. They don't have a jungler. And the chase, the over chase onto Keen there is part of the undoing, but it's really...
But I think they still have the 5v5 power if they can find the front to back instead of getting picked off 1 by 1.
Zeus running straight into them. Nice culling to do some damage, and that's a hook on a Canyon, but that is the Pantheon, and Zeus who has to flash away, but Canyon goes down! At the end of the day, this Pyke is about to get some big value. Looking for Duro. That's a second one on the board! Delight, he is here to party. He says, this game is mine, and I want to carry it. Zeus going in, maybe trying to take that away from Delight. Gotta be careful. This Delight's still on the chase here. He's gonna find Keen on the backside, not gonna land that hook, and just disengages out of there, but it's not really what he cares about. Meanwhile, on the side lane, Zeus having some trouble with this Yorick. Keen seems to be online himself with 3 items, and he is chunking through this Ornn, so
that cleaver,
they're gonna have to deal with him somehow. It's not gonna be Zeus alone.
And that gets Prio, and this is gonna force a response.
Yeah, Hanwha's on the timer. They have to be quick. They have to be quick.
Okay, that's a lot of damage in a Ruler, but the culling goes into Duro. That's not the target you were looking for.
Keen's gonna keep going. He's not gonna stop.
Hanwha need to be fast on how they win this fight.
Yeah, it should just be inhibitor, you would imagine. Down it goes as we'll see what happens with the TPs, but now we're just gonna have a 4v4 team fight at this point, and it comes down to the Zaya as Ruler steals it away. I mean, they were the one who started it, but yeah, no steal away from Peanut.
And Keen just gets away with this. Even if he dies here, his job is done. He avoids the second activation.
Oh, there's 5-man coming.
TP coming in. They have
no way.
Oh, they stopped the channel with the ult from the Victor, and this is right before the Baron. As he's trying to turn this one around on Azeka. I don't think so, buddy.
Duro just fishing for a hook. He wants to get one of these carries. He so desperately needs to.
He really does, but I don't know if he's going to have an option. The culling is just used to zone. Delight's in stealth as well. Duro looking for some kind of hook. They want to access that backline, but the peel is insane. Canyon getting on in, goes into his G, and then boom, up Zeka though. As maybe that's enough. Might come down to a flame, and goes on fire again! But Ruler will not be denied these objectives. And he's full health.
He just keeps getting them. But he might have just saved the game. He's able to secure the Baron. Zay is desperately on the chase here with Viper following up and Delight.
Instead, he's just desperately giving kills over to Ruler.
Even though Gen G weren't able to end the game off of this, top lane inhib is still down, right? Will be coming up soon as Keen takes a ton of damage.
There's a lot of poke going back and forth, but now we finally get an Impale engage, but Canyon is Pantheon, lives for so long, and the damage from the Zaya and the Cassio is way too much for the Ornn to deal with.
They gotta get out.
Let's follow up from Chovy. A gigantic goes golden, and the hook comes through, and that should be it. Gen G with one fell swoop might have just won this game.
10,000 damage for Ruler. 10,000. 1,600! He had the smite button in this game, and his damage is off the charts. Who says the Victor scales? This Xayah is the biggest on the Rift.
Feel like the Blitzcrank is scaling better than the Victor in this one. As Viper, he's desperate, he's trying to clear the waves, but he's not gonna have it. Gen.G, get the revenge for last summer, and they are your 2025 LCK Finals champion.
And Ruler leaves for the LPL, has an incredible first year on JDG, the second year, not what he wanted. Comes back and makes clear why Gen.G brought him back with an absolutely exceptional performance in this final game.
Every single member for Gen.G had a big part to play in this title win. Duro's first ever LCK title in his first appearance. He's picked up the win in an international tournament already, and now comes in as one of the best support players here out of Korea to go to Worlds. Ruler's performance, Chovy's performance,